so welcome to day 2 of the Bridging the Gap challenge. Now, I listened to the replay of the previous videos and I realized that the new mic that I have was not exactly recording it as loud as it could possibly go. So I'm using the mic from my headphones. So hopefully you can hear a lot better. If you can hear a lot better, just give me a thumbs up so I know that I can continue to using this mic, or I might have to go back to my old mic, but it's broken. So we're going to have to find some duct tape or something because I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So today is day 2 and we're doing step 2 of the Bridging the Gap challenge. Now, today may either be easy or hard, depending on what your answer is and depending on what you wrote down in yesterday's assignment. So let's just get into it. So yesterday's assignment, you were supposed to write what your ideal life looks like. Today's assignment, I want you to answer the question of what is most important to you in the current life stage that you're in. And it can be just one word. What is most important to you in the current life stage that you're in? So that could be anything from your career, building your business if you're an entrepreneur, your health if you want to focus on your health, your family life, your social life, getting your finances in order. Like, what is the most important thing in your life right now? And we talk about royal goals and the Y in royal goals stands for yours. So I don't want you to think about, okay, well, I'm in my 20s. Society says I should probably be thinking about my career. So career is most important. No, bump that. I don't care what society says you should feel is most important to you based on a certain age range. I want you to decide for yourself what is most important to you right now. What is that one area of your life that you want to focus on? And I need you to write it down on your notebook or in your workbook, whatever it is. I need you to write down what is the most important area in your life. The second part of the assignment is to go back and look at what you wrote down as part of your ideal life. And you can I prefer you get a highlighter and not circle it. But it's up to you. You can either circle it or get a highlighter. But highlight those areas that are related to that area that you said is the most important to you. So for example, if you said your career is most important and in your ideal life you wrote down you're the VP of your company, or the company that you work for, right? That's one of the areas that you'll highlight because that's related to your career and that's what you said is most important to you right now. So if you said your health was most important to you, and one of the things that you wrote down is when you're looking in the mirror, you see a slimmed, more muscular frame version of you. That's the thing that you highlight, those areas. That's what I want you to highlight. So go back to that area and highlight it. Now, if you have done the assignment and you blew out everything that I said yesterday and you wrote all the things down that were part of your ideal life, you would have areas to highlight. However, if you just threw the assignment and you just kind of wrote down a few stuff and then you were done, then you got some work to do, right? Because if you said that your career, for example, is the most important thing to you, and in your ideal life it says nothing about the career that you have in that ideal future of yours, then you got some more work to do. And I need you to go back to the first assignment, which is what does your ideal life look like? And I need you to start writing down things about your ideal life that's related to your career. So like I said, you either have a lot of work to do or a little bit of work to do, depending on how well you did your assignment for yesterday. So for those of you who have the workbook, I want you to do the same thing. So, and I'm just flipping through the pages to get there. So you have the section where you can write down which area is most important to you. I want you to write it down here. And I also give you the option for those of you who have the workbook to circle one of the other words that would be second. So the second most important thing to you, but I want you to only focus on the first. So whatever the first thing that's most important to you, I need you to write it down in the space that you have there, and then circle the second one, and then go back to where you wrote what your ideal life looks like. And I thought this was my copy. This isn't my copy. So there's no text written in here already. Go back to section 1 where you filled out what your ideal life looks like over here, and highlight those areas that are aligned with what you said is the most important area in your life at the current life stage that you're in. Okay, so that's step 2. That's today's assignment. I want you to take your 20 to 40 minutes that you've set aside and actually go back and do this assignment. Now, you either have a lot to do or you have a little bit to do. But like I said yesterday, do not skip forward to step 3 just because you're done with this step. I want you to actually take your time and do this assignment for step 2. If you have a little bit to do, good for you. That means you have a good idea of what you want your ideal life to look like. So just take the time to reflect on that and go back and you just review what you wrote down as what's most important to you, and then review those areas that you wrote in your ideal life that's related to that, because we're going to expand on that in the next assignment. So go ahead and get to work. I'm going to give you back some time today so you can go ahead and complete step 2. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and please tell me if the sound was a lot better or a lot worse, and then I'll work out the mic situation. Of course, I'll listen to it in the replay and see how it sounds on my end, but I'm not sure how it sounds on yours. So let me know in the comments whether or not it was a lot better or a lot worse, and then we might have to go back to the old mic. All right, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video for step 3.